reminder, the video from Alexis class, we'll be uploading it today, okay? I just came back from Chicago and I had like no time. So hopefully, I should have all the videos uploaded today. And, I should be sending these videos and last week's videos, okay? If you missed last week's videos, you do not wanna watch, you don't wanna miss to watch the videos, okay? Alright, ready? Stop writing, listen up please. So if you see carefully here, the first thing you have to do is to start writing the equation for center coordinates, x minus h, so x minus 4 squared plus y plus 5 squared is equal to radius squared. Do you agree?
Yes.
4, 4. Negative 5 becomes positive 5, negative of negative k. Now, we don't have a point on the circumference, so we're trying to find the radius. I've given the area of the circle. You know the area of a circle is pi r squared. Do you agree?
Yep.
This pi cancels. So r squared is the 39. Boom, done.
Dang. See, now if I would have switched my numbers, I would have been right too.
Does this make sense?
Yep.
If you know this, you're gonna take 10 seconds to do this problem. If you don't know this, doesn't matter how much time I give. You would know this? It doesn't matter the time. So students who don't finish the test on time are the ones who are actually, this is what I've seen in the test. This people do this. Let's say they see this question and they have no clue, right? This is what they do. They do these faces, you know. There's nothing up there. You would know this. Just move on with your life. Don't look at the sky. You would know this? They sound like they're very serious about their education. They seem like they're like astrophysicists, you know, trying to think about sky and stuff. No. If you know it, you'll do it. You would know this? If you don't know, it doesn't matter. If I give you 1 hour, you'll be still staring at the tiles. You would know this? And that's what I tell. Know your stuff so that you don't have to look at the tiles. You would know this? And that looking at the tiles is the most frustrating part of your life. And you don't have to make faces. Nobody cares. Make sense? Work hard before the test. So that when you are there, you're confident, you have best flow to your system. Make sense? Good. So this is equation of circle. Alright, good. This is something you expect in the test, okay? Now we're gonna combine page 8 and 11 for parabolas. Okay? So I want you to go to page 8 first. This is huge topic for you guys. I have often 30 minutes for this, so I'm gonna cover it in detail. So have you done parabolas? Okay. Read that page 8, please.
Right from
Yeah, full page 8. Yeah, from here
down.
down all the way. Please let everybody know this Thursday is the last class, okay? And Saturday is, of course, is the ACT, so I really, really, really hope everybody's there this Thursday, okay? It'll be myself, myself, and I wanna cover a lot, give you some ideas and stuff like that. And there is Mr. Miller, the principal here, was telling me that there may be a possibility that we may offer this class in spring again. And it's usually a fall class, but I think they may do it in spring. So if you guys wanna redo this class, okay, I would love to have you guys back, okay? It's $100. Some of the students at our center, they pay $800 and they repeat it 2 or 3 times. Liz was here, she took our class at our center 3 times. And you guys are paying only 100, not 800. Sounds good? So I really hope you can take that, you utilize this, okay? Imagine the books itself is $85. So you're almost paying nothing for this. Because of your principal, because of what your school is doing for you. It's really, like, every school asks me, like, why don't you do this for us? Well, Ida Grove is the first one to came, so we are booked out. So, don't lose this opportunity, okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right, so page 8, did you read that? Okay, now go to page 11. I said I can't stress enough how important 8 and 11, 8 is basically. Now, we're gonna go to page 11, parabola, and I want you to put your pens down, just listen, understand, ask questions, okay? So in parabola, there is two ways to write the equation. Y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, called the standard form, which you have seen it, right? Look at this, x and y. You with me? Is an equation, x and y equation. Or, this is called the standard form, or y is equal to 8 times x minus h squared plus k. X and y again, vertex form. What's that?
We're learning about that in in algebra right now. That's why I actually understand.
So let's get started here. Let's talk about A here, okay? A decides the directionality of the problem. So if it is like this, A is greater than 0. If it is like this, A is less than 0. Make sense? And when you look at the multiple choice answer, if it is like this, A has to be negative, boom, you can eliminate answers. Make sense? Next. We're going to focus more on the vertex form here. The vertex is called HK, just like this one. You remember this? So those are the vertex coordinates. This line is called axis of symmetry. You guys are studying that, right? Axis of symmetry. So how would the question be given? Okay? Remember, when you write the equation, it should fill up with everything and only x and y should be left. You understand this? So when you do the same here, this h, k, and a should be taken care of. Sounds good? So the question here is, so this is the vertex 3, 4, and let's say there's a point with the parabola 5, 2. All right? Question here for you. Find the equation of parabola in the vertex form. Get started. You can write down this first if you want, then do this problem. what would you eliminate as a multiple choice answers here?
Positive.
A should be negative, right? So I would eliminate anything with positive. And I can tell you this was in a real ACT test question, this exact problem. And I can show you where it is actually. Go and get your ACT 36 book. I think it's in this, there's this question in that book. I'm specifically remembering this.
This one?
And I'll tell you, I think the numbers are also, I think I remember this problem very well. I've used this book for a long time, so I'm pretty confident. Let's see. Yeah, page 1457. Page 157. Is it 3, 4, and 5, 2? Right? So I remember that, so that's why I gave the question. I think it's 3, 4, or 5, 2. It's sad if you remember these things, but I remember this. So which are the answers you can eliminate?
B and B.
You can eliminate A, and sorry, not A, because A is negative. B, D, okay? Then, what else can you eliminate? So you have to, so remember, it's y is equal to 8 times x minus 3 squared plus 4, right? How about this one? How about based on minus 3 and 4? Can you eliminate any of those?
Yeah, cause they need to be minus.
No, yeah, this is minus, but what I'm talking about, how about based on this? Can you eliminate?
Yeah, cause it would have to be negative.
Yeah, no, this has to be positive, it's plus k,
But
k.
I'm saying the negative 30, cause there's some in here that have positive.
Yeah, then you can eliminate those. So how many total you can eliminate?
1, 2, 3.
3. So out of 5, you just eliminated 3. So how many you are left with now? 2. You know what I would do? Even if I don't know how to solve for A, you know what I would do? I would graph it using graphing calculator. You guys with me?
Yeah.
Do you know how to graph things in the graphing calculator?
Nope.
What?
Nope.
Learned it in 8th grade, but I forgot.
I've never had to draw one. As if a graphic calculator.
Does anybody have a normal good one? Yeah, no.
I have one, like, I don't know how to use it.
Which one? Oh my God, give me. Okay, I want to teach this, okay? Everybody just, come here, move. Let's just, so that, just surround me, okay? So that, I want to make sure that you guys know once for all and never forget this, okay? How many have this? This calculator. Okay, let's move on, okay? So, this is the on button. If you do this is the off button. Second. You guys got it? On and off. Okay, good. Yay. What's that? Split y is equal to? Okay. Okay. Deep shit, okay. Well, you can try that too. So, okay, so you got this one? So let's get the book and see what answer choice we are left with here, okay? So what else got?
What are we left with? C and E.
C and E, okay.
Yeah.
So let's start with C, okay? So it's negative half, right? This is the negative you have to use, negative. And I always use the parentheses, 1 divided by 2 for half, okay? Oops. You with me? Negative half. X minus 3, parentheses, X minus 3 squared plus 4. That's good?
Yep.
Then I'm gonna type this one at the bottom, negative 1 times X minus 3 squared plus 4. I know this is not drawn to the scale, but it should be close, right? You remember those 2 equations. So you get 2 graphs. Observe this. Oh, yeah. one's the right one.
So wait, what was the first one?
C. So even if you didn't know that, you still can get this right. Make sense? Sounds good?
Yep.
So the advantage of having this is right here. If you know a little bit of it, and you can literally milk it in the calculator. That's why you have to invest this. And remember, in college, you would need this. You understand this? It's not like your choice. Okay? If you want to do well in college, this is the starting point. Make sense? Okay. Go back to your seats, and I want to, let's do it manually, and let's see how much time it takes. This bus is
Yeah.
crazy. Thank you. So let's do it manually and see how much time it's gonna take. Again, I want everybody to listen up. So for this one, so we have a point, phi 2, which is on the parabola. So y is 2, a we do not know, x is 5 minus 3 squared plus 4. Do you agree?
Yeah.
5 and 2, x and y. So 2 is equal to a 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 squared is 4, plus 4. Minus 4, minus 4. So it's negative 2 is equal to 4a, divided by 4, a is equal to negative half. So that's the reason y is equal to negative half, x minus 3 squared plus 4 is the equation. It just took so much time. If you had a calculator, that's what I would have done. Make sense? How many of you heard the term sine, cosine, and tangent? 1, 2. Have you guys done any problems based on this?
Yeah. Didn't
I
last year.
honestly,
I don't really
I
remember
kind of
how to do
forgot,
that.
but it wasn't bad when I knew how to do it.
We have to know how to do it.
That's what I'm gonna cover next week. For you guys, it's trick.
That sounds easy.
It wasn't bad.
It's not bad.
It's just,
I've never heard anybody say trick was bad. Very rarely. Once you start correctly, it's definitely the easiest question.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
What's that?
Oh, I just shut it off. That's probably why it was messed up, was because I was trying to figure out how to turn it on.
Is it the big on button?
Well, this is confusing, Manoj.
Oh, I know, it's very confusing. How to turn it on is,
It is.
it is. I'm not lying. That's another reason why we like Mr. Brown's classroom, because we can exactly keep it in one place and not move it. So you may have to tell that to Liz when she's here to make sure to kind of move it on, so. All right, let's go to the next topic. The parabola, circles. Have you guys studied matrix in school?
No, I remember it from when you.
Go to, yeah, actually, go ahead and open the ACD 36 book. Go to question number 1, please.
Wait, I'm listening to.
Yeah, it's all the same, that's page number 151. Page 151, question number 1 and 2. Try question number 1 and 2. Go, get started. it's funny that, right, the first question you're doing right now is just what we did, right?
Yep.
So, this is the advantage I'm talking about. If this is something you don't know and that's the first question, right, you have no clue. So, it's coincidentally, it's just question circle. Done? Now, I want to start with question number 2. And I'll tell you why this is important for, why we're gonna do this in the next, today and next week as well. Is to start exposing you guys to what is the best way to get to that answer. For question number 2, okay? And actually, I'm gonna write this so you, of course, in the real test, I hope nobody writes it again because you just are wasting so much time repeating it because you're used to that in school. So you need to really refrain from repeating the whole thing again. Again, I'm just writing it to show what is the real mistake that happens in the test. Okay? So please, now I look at the answer choices, okay? As soon as I see the thing, look at this one. There's no x raised to 4 here. There's an x raised to 4. Negative of negative becomes positive. So my answer should contain positive 2x raised to 4. And there's nothing else as x raised to 4. Do you see that? So you can eliminate F, G, H. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
Yes.
And if you don't do this, you are actually not using the best method to get to the answer. You may solve it, it just wastes your time. You with me on this? Next is the x squared. 4x squared, 2x squared, 6x squared, and there's negative of negative, positive 2, 8x squared. So that should be in your next answer. J, boom, done. I do not want to do the rest of it. I would not do the rest of it. If you do the rest of it, you're not confident on what you're doing. Does that make sense? So I can't emphasize, guys, why students do not complete the test on time. Only simple reason is they try to do everything in the test. You don't have to. Make sense? Question number 1. What is the equation of the circle that includes a point 1, negative 2 and is centered at 4, 2? So we have a 4, 2 somewhere here, and of course you don't have to draw exactly, and 1, negative 2. 1, negative 2 somewhere here, okay? I'm just trying to kind of get an idea. You don't have to even. 1, -2, and what was this one, 4, 2? Right?
Yep.
So the question is that you find the equation of circle, so you can see x minus 4 squared plus y minus 2 squared is equal to radius squared. And how many I can eliminate? B, C, D. I can eliminate 3 of them. Am I right? And if you don't do this, your methodology is not right. You're just gonna waste too much time. And then plug in 1, -2, 1, -2 is equal to r squared. So -3 squared is 9, -4 squared is 16, is equal to r squared. R squared is 625, and that goes here. And that's my answer. Should be E. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What we're gonna be doing is this. Now, how many of you have done the homework that has been assigned so far? 1. Come on, guys. Okay. What is the homework Alexa gave you guys last week? She did, I know that. I'm so sure she did. Was it ACT 36 book, chapters 2, 3, 4, and 6?
Yeah, some, yeah, that was right.
If you don't do those 4 chapters, you'll be in big shock for the ACT test. Those 4 chapters are gonna make a huge difference. And if you have done that, as only one student has done the homework here, the homework for this week till Thursday would be chapter 8 and 9 of this book. Okay? Of the white book. And you have the orange book to do the practice tests for the test that's coming up next Saturday. You with me on this? How many are taking tests next Saturday? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, I would do many practice tests and I would finish up the ACT 36 book. You have to put in the effort. Am I right? Like when you had the homecoming, right? I saw the effort you guys are doing, the halls were all decked with beautiful stuff, and you made the effort, that's why it looked good, right? It just automatically happened. You made it happen. Now it's your turn to buckle down and sit and study. You with me on this? Here's one example. One of my students just got a September test. He went from a 30 to a 34. Okay? He went from a 30 to 34. And he got a full ride now. Full ride. So 4 years, he doesn't have to pay for tuition, fees, room, and board. He just has to pay for books. So instead of paying like $150,000, $60,000, he may end up paying like $10,000 for 4 years. Just the only books. I think books is also covered actually. How nice it is, right? You come in 4 years, you graduate in 4 years, and you have no debt. So you start getting it, you start, you have a job, and whatever money you make, it's all yours. You're not gonna pay the loan, right? You can buy a nice car, vacations. That's how life should be, right? You've got to plan your life that way. That's what I did. I did my graduate school at $3,000 on my credit card bill. That's all I was left in 6 years. My first paycheck, I gave it to my mom as a gift. Second paycheck, I started paying my loans, credit card. In 3 payments, I was done. So I was 23 and I had no loans left. Feels damn good, let me tell you that. My president, some of my colleagues are still paying their education loans. Still, they're maybe 48, 49, 50 years old. They're still paying their education loans. Right? Do you want to be in that situation? I hope not, right? That's what I think about you guys. Why? Started driving here and teaching, it's tough for me. Okay, but I made a commitment to your principal, your school, that I will not cancel this project. We love coming here. It's tough, let me tell you on a Saturday. I get 1 day off. I teach in Sioux Falls Sundays. So I leave home at 10:30 on Sundays. I come home at 6:30 every Sunday. So Saturdays are the only days I get time. Even Sundays I'm here nowadays. It's tough, but I want to see you guys being successful. You with me? Imagine the car. Imagine the vacation you want to take. And that starts here. The preparation starts now. You with me? There's no magic pill. All of a sudden in college, you switch on and say, I'm gonna. No. You go to college with as less money you have to pay from the pocket. You can pay me if you have extra money. Don't pay the college, I take commission. Just kidding. But you know the point here is, that's what I'm looking for you guys. Imagine this, okay? Imagine this, you go to college, let's say Iowa State, whatever it is, and you're paying like minimum for nothing. Your mom and dad will be happy. Am I right? Most importantly, you'll be happy that I will graduate with a minimal loan or no loan at all. And that's, you have no idea how hard it is to pay that loan. You have no freaking idea. And then you keep adding interest after interest after interest. Oh my goodness. You with me? So, you draw a picture for yourself how you want to be at the age 23. You with me on this? And the preparation for that starts now. Now is the time. And if you put in that effort, whatever you do, that's what's going to happen. If you think, okay, I want to have an average life, nobody thinks about like that, right? Nobody that gets up there and, hey, I want to flip burgers. That's my job in my life. Nobody says it. If you do, we'll have to talk. Am I right? So why am I working hard? So that my kids will have a great life. Why am I working hard? So that you guys don't have to worry about those loans. So there's a twofold here, by the way. You with me on this? There's a two reasons why I'm here. Look at Liz, she has 36 in ACT. She's gonna get full rides in many places. She will not have one iota if she wants to go to, for example, Iowa. Iowa's gonna give her all money. Many schools will give her money, a lot of money. Make sense? Think about this, guys. The ball is in your court. Don't lose this opportunity and repent later. Once you start repenting, it's done. It's too late. The arrow has left the bow and it's not coming back. You with me on this? And the worst part is, if you don't do it, there's somebody else who's gonna take your spot. Right? So remember, this is a scholarship money, right? This is how much money they have, right? If you don't take it, somebody else will take it. She'll be successful, you won't be. You'll flip the burgers, she'll eat the burgers. You with me on this? I like to eat the burgers. Got it? You have 2 minutes break, go ahead.
Manoj, can I go to my